Very good morning, friends. In today's period, we have to understand, we have to study, we have to see the details about the factors affecting price. Try to understand. Very simple factors are there, and those factors which are affecting price, those factors we have to study in detail. Now, these factors are classified into different two classes. What are those classes? Internal factors and external factors. Now, the marketing managers set the product prices between an upper and the lower limit. Upper limit is the highest value that the customer is likely to put on the product or services at a given point of time. However, the lower limit is cost of producing, promoting, distributing, and includes reasonable margin. Try to understand. Reasonable margin is also included there. It means that cost of producing, cost of promoting, cost of distributing, and a reasonable margin. Those are also included in lower limit. Okay. Within these extreme limits, the actual price is influenced by internal and external factors. Both the factors are important. Factors are classified into two classes. What are those classes? First class is there internal factors and second is external factors. Now, internal factors we have to understand. Those factors also we have to study. What are the internal factors are there? Internal factors, those are controllable factors. Try to understand. Those are controllable factors affecting the price decisions are organizational factors. What type of factors? Organizational factors, marketing mix, product differentiation, cost, product life cycle, and the objectives. These all factors are included in internal factors. Now, internal factors we have to study in detail. Those factors are enlisted here in this chart. First factor is there organizational factor. What is it? Organizational factor. Pricing decisions occur on two levels in the organization. Overall price strategy is dealt with by top management. They determine the basic ranges that the product falls into the term of market segments. The actual mechanics of pricing are dealt with at lower level in the firm and focus on individual product strategies. Usually, some combination of production and marketing specialists are involved in choosing the price. It means that organizational factors are also definitely going to affect the prices. Okay, it means that this is the first internal factor. What is it? Organizational factor, and such type of factor is also affecting pricing policy. Then second factor is also there, marketing mix. Marketing manager view price as only one of the many important elements of the marketing mix. Try to understand. Marketing managers view on what element? On which element? Price. A shift in any one of the element has an immediate effect on the other three products. Okay? Other three. Which are the three elements? Products, promotion, and distribution. In some industries, a firm may use price reduction as a marketing technique. Other firms may raise prices as a deliberate strategy to build up a high percentage or high prestigious or high quality product line. In either use, the efforts will not succeed unless the price is combined with the total marketing strategy that supports it. It means that if your total marketing strategy is not supporting, your efforts will not be succeeded. And if it is supporting, your efforts will be succeeded. Try to understand. A firm that raises its prices may add the more impressive looking packages. More impressive looking packages are also there. Buy one get one free किंवा additional extra weightage, extra quantity is also given there, and may begin a new advertising campaigns. Okay, that's why marketing mix, this is the second factor of the internal classification. Okay, then third factor is also there which affect the price, that is product differentiation. The price of the product also depends upon the characteristics of the product. In order to attain the customers, different characteristics are added to the product, such as quality, size, color, attractive packages, alternative uses, etc. Generally, customers pay more price for the product, which is of new style, fashion, better packages, etc. It means that with the help of all these elements also you can differentiate your product, and after making differentiation definitely you will get benefit. That's why this factor is also affecting the pricing policy. Then another factor is also there, cost of production or cost of product. Cost and price of the product are closely related, don't forget at all. The most important factor is the cost of production. In deciding to market a product, a firm may try to decide what prices are realistic, considering current demand and competition in the market. It means the realistic prices are also considered there. The product ultimately goes to the public, and their capacity to pay will fix the cost. Otherwise, product will be flagged in the market. That's why cost of production is very important element in the production. Okay, that's why it also directly affect the prices of the product. Then another factor is also there, that is the PLC, product life cycle. The product life cycle is also essential. With the help of product life cycle also you can understand how prices are determined. The pricing policy followed is to be commensurate with the age of the product. That is, at what stages of the product life cycle the product is. That is going to decide the pricing policy to be followed. In the product introduction stage, the policy followed is one of the market penetration. It means that your product is in the introduction stage. At that time, it is treated as a market penetration. That is the price. That is the prices are to be lowest possible. Okay, this builds goodwill in the minds of the customer. It growth stage prices can be raised to the extended tolerated by the customers. However, abnormal rise is dangerous. In the third stage, the stage of product maturity, price can be raised by following the policy of market scheming. However, it should be done with utmost care as competitors are in action. In the declining stage, the prices are to be reduced to maintain the demand. It means that this PLC is very essential to understand the stages of the life cycles. Okay. Then another factor is also there, that is objectives of the firm. It means that why firm is running there and what are the objectives of a firm, those are also affecting the prices. Okay, a firm may have various objectives and pricing contributions, and it shares the achieving such goals. Firms may pursue a variety of value orientation objectives, such as maximizing sales revenue, maximizing market shares, maximizing customer volume, maintaining the image, maintaining stable price, etc. Pricing policy should be established only after proper consideration of the objectives of the firm. It means that objectives of the firm definitely affect on the pricing policy or definitely affect the pricing policy. And the next function, that will be the last internal factor, that is a functional position. Functional position of the manufacturer, wholesaler and retailer has its own impact on firm's pricing policy. If the firm has a longer channel of the distribution, the product price for the consumer is bound to be higher than the smaller channel. It means that if your distribution channel is longer, your prices will be more. If your distribution channel is smaller, your prices will be lower. From this, one should not jump to the conclusion that such a channel should be kept quite limited to reduce the cost of the production. Okay. However, a sound channel management can bring out consideration or considerable slicing down is cost cutting the product pipe. Cost cutting product pipeline is to be done. On the merit of individual cases, I guess there is a need for coordination. There is a need for coordination, fluctuation of this manufacturing and of these middlemen also, so that control over the internal operations, selling, advertising, and administrative cost can be possible. It means that such functional positions are also essential, and those are also going to affect the prices. Okay, these are different 7 factors. How many factors are there? 7 internal factors. First, organizational factors. Second, marketing mix. Third, product differentiation. Next, cost of the product. Next, product life cycle. Next, objectives of the firm. And the last, functional position. These internal factors are affecting the prices. Okay, now external factors also we have to study, and those external factors also, what are those factors we have to understand. As against the internal collaboration and against the internal controllable factors affecting the prices, there are equal number of external uncontrollable factors. Internal factors were 7 and external factors are also 7 definitely. Try to understand. And such factors are those which are mentioned in this chart. First factor is there, demand. The market demand for the product or service. Try to understand. First factor is what? Demand. The market demand for a product or service obviously has a bring impact on pricing. Since demand is affected by the factors like number and size of competitors, demand is affected on different factors. Okay, what are those factors? Like numbers and size of competitors, the prospective buyers, their capacity and willingness to pay, their preferences, etc. Those factors are taken into account while fixing the price. When you are going to fix the price, at that time these factors you should have to consider here. Okay, a firm can determine the expected price in the few test markets by trying different prices in different markets and comparing the results with the controllable or controlled market in which price is not offered. If the demand of the product is inelastic, try to understand. If the demand of the product is inelastic, at that time high prices may be fixed. On the other hand, if the demand is elastic, at that time firm should not fix high prices. Rather, it should be fixed lower prices or than the other competitors. Okay, it means that at that time lower prices should be fixed. Then second factor is also there, that is competition. What is it? Competition. Competitive condition, try to understand. Competitive condition affect the pricing decisions. Competition is a crucial factor in the price determination. A firm can fix the price equal to or lower than that of the competitors. Okay, it means that competitors prices also you should have to understand and you should have to consider here, and those factors are also you should have to understand. Then next factor is also there, that is the external factor, that is suppliers. How many suppliers of the raw materials are there? How many suppliers of the raw material and other goods are also there? It means that number of suppliers are also essential here, and which have significant effect on the prices of the product. Okay, if the price of the cotton goes up, at that time the increase is passed on the suppliers to the manufacturers. Manufacturers in turn pass it on the consumers. Sometimes, however, when the manufacturer appears to be making large profit on the particular product, suppliers will attempt to cash in the profit by charging more for their supplies. Okay, in other words, the price of the finished product is intimely linked up with the price of raw material. It means that there should be linkage between price of raw material and price of finished goods. Don't forget at all. The raw material is available there, at that time you should have to decide the price. Scarcity or abundance of the raw materials also determine the pricing. Try to understand. It means that suppliers, this is also external factor which affects the pricing policy. Then next factor is also there, economic conditions. What is it? Economic conditions. In inflationary or deflationary tendency affects pricing. Try to understand. the inflationary or deflationary tendency affect the pricing. In recession period, the prices are reduced to the sizable extent to maintain the level of turnover. On the other hand, the prices are increased in both periods to cover the increasing cost of production or distribution. To meet the changes in demand, changes in price, several pricing decisions are available. Price can be boosted to the protect profit against rising cost. Price protection system can be developed to link the price on delivery to current cost, and emphasis can be shifted from sales volume to profit margin and cost reduction, etc. That's why economic conditions also affecting the pricing policy. Then next factor is also there given in this chart, that is buyers. The various consumers and businesses that buy a company's product or services. It means that various companies are also going to purchase your product and purchase your services also, may have influence in pricing decisions. Their nature and behavior for the purchase of the particular product, brand or services, etc. affect pricing when their number is large. If their number is large, at that time it affects on the nature and behavior of product purchasing. Okay. Then next factor is also there, that is government. The government of nation, the government of the nation influences the pricing decision in number of ways. Government happens to the best and to the largest employer and the buyers in the economy. For instance, in the defense industry, car industry, locomotives, electronics, it is the single largest buyer that influences the prices. It regulates the prices of the products it makes available and services it renders to the community. It may be postal, telegraph, gas, transport, water supply, electricity, and such as. We have good many acts and the laws that fix the outer boundaries which are not to be crossed. It means that outer boundaries of the prices which are not to be crossed. Okay. These acts and laws aim at curbing the possible consumer exploitation, which is an easy possibility through price hike and artificial scarcity conditions. Rational pricing decisions taken within the framework of the laws avoid social pricing or the governmental investments. That's why government, this is also external factor which affect the pricing policy. And the last factor we have to understand, ethical consideration. What is it? Ethical consideration. Business principles and ethics hardly go together. However, there are serious efforts made by the many image consciousness and image conscious business houses to brush themselves in the backdrop of ethical values. It means that ethical values are essential and such ethical values are kept back. Strictly speaking, a price policy or strategy followed by shrewd marketing manager cannot or may not be challenged legally. However, it measured by ethical or moral standard or norms. That policy may be considerable and also considered abnormally, subnormal or fall. Okay. The most common problem we face today is how the prices should be allowed to move up. The customers with limited or merger resources like have to go without these products or services. That is why business houses are following discriminatory policies, pricing policies. Those business houses are also following discriminatory pricing policy in case of such needy and deserving customers. Thus, ethical norms say that pricing should be such that firm makes reasonable profit. What is the ethics there? Reasonable profit should be made by the firm, not an excessive profit. Okay. It maintains quality standards, time and place dimensions of supply. These considerations are sure to improve the company image. In this way, These are the different external factors of the factors which are affecting the pricing policy. In this way, these are different internal and external factors, and those factors which are affecting the pricing policy. Okay, if any difficulty will be there, you can ask me. If any query will be there, you can ask me. Definitely I will try to solve it wherever and whenever it is possible. Thank you very much.